Hi everyone, welcome to the module 2 of SUbD, which is creating and editing SUbD objects. These are the very basic primitive objects which we want to learn. So first we need to understand what are SUbD objects. Basically explained earlier also, it's a subdivision surface objects. It's a combination of control polygons with smooth surfaces. It's based on quad mesh structure and allows organic model with precise control. So what are the key components for a SUbD model? So the key components are basically the faces, the vertices, and the edges. So this is a SUbD model. So this is the face. These are the vertices, and these are the edges. Yeah, so faces, vertices, and the edges. So let's just create a SUbD modeling. Okay. Let's just understand where the basic tools for the SUbDs are. So over here, if you on the left side, if you see this active toolbar, you will see that you have a different SUbD models already there. So you can start with, let me go to the perspective. If you double click on this, you get a perspective viewport, a single viewport. If you go and do a double click over there, you will get all the viewports, all the 4 default viewport. So over here, let me just make few SUbD models. So by default you will have a very smooth SUbD model. If you go and press tab, you will see that model how we have created it, right? So that's the final outcome of the SUbD model. Then you will have sphere, where you will see, right? In the tab you will see the mesh poly of the sphere also. Start with a very less poly first, because you need to edit this. Yeah, so yeah, the different polys, different models SUbD. Mind you, whenever we do making a model, you always have the counts, so x count, y count, and z count. You always remember that this is as little as possible, as less as possible. It's much better for the starting. Yeah, so you can create a cylinder. These are the basic SUbDs. You can create the torus. So we always going to start with the basics of these model, which is already there, and then we can start building based on these basic modeling given by RHino. Okay, to copy anything, you just have to select the object and just use Alt and Gumball to copy the object. Okay, or you can type in the very basic command copy to copy the particular object here. Okay, for the 2D objects creation, you have surfaces here. You can click on a surface and you can create surface. You can create the surface with different number of points. So you can create multiple number of points to create a surface. So surface creation also works with. So generally we use this, and then we can subdivide this surface. So what are the basic editing tools for so the basic editing tools are same: move, rotate, and scale, mirror. All of these what we have in Rhino is the same. You can use gumball to rotate, you can see, or you can type in rotate, R-O-T-A-T-E, rotate, and you select the point, select the axis, and then rotate it accordingly. You can type the number. Similarly, if you want to rotate here, you can type the number and it's rotated 90 degrees here. Okay. Move, you can move with this gumball with the just dragging the object with the axis, or you can type in and the object will be moved that much in that direction. Or you can use move command, MOVE, and enter, and select the point, select the axis, and press F8 if it is not in the perpendicular direction, or not in linear direction if you want to go right. So the basic commands of Rhino interface also works here. Okay. So this is move and very simple commands. For mirror, you can always use MIR, mirror, and you can mirror the objects. Yeah. For the selection of edges, you can select by Control Shift and select the edge, and then you can move these edges. You can see how the edges have been moved. You can also select the vertices and move the vertices. You can see how smooth and soft that moving of that vertices is there. You can also select and delete certain edges, certain faces, and can be done. You can select the edges and that can also be moved up to create a very interesting shapes as okay. Then you can also have select a particular edge. So if you select a particular edge, and then you can remove the crease or add the crease. So you can do anything with this edge loop. So you can extrude, you can scale. So if I scale it, you will see that I can scale it right here. Right. So yeah, so these are the basic shapes which Rhino has, and then based on these shapes you can start editing the objects. You can also select the faces and extrude, so you can do the extrusion like that. It's very simple. You can do that. It creates a very interesting forms. You can keep doing that, and the objects can be generated, or the form can be generated out of that. You can scale it also to create a very interesting form here. So that's way you can easily create very different interesting objects out here just by pull push kind of idea. But here you can just create and select the edges, and then or select the faces, and then just extrude it. So yes, that's how we can look at the basic shapes and 2D planar shapes and the 3D shapes. The other thing is, if you want to do a planar curve over here, whenever you want to go, you go to the standard tab and create a curve. Whenever you create a curve, always remember to use the SUbD friendly yes. Okay, if you do this, then only SUbD next level of detailing for the SUbD or next interaction with that curve with the SUbD tools will work efficiently. So now this curve which we have drawn is a SUbD friendly curve. Yeah, so anything which you want to create a surface out of it, you can surely do it with the SUbD friendly tools. Yeah, so always remember that to add a SUbD friendly yes whenever you start with the Rhino curve tools, so that the later on we will use the same for the new tools which you're going to use in SUbD. Alright, thank you.